¿Qué pasa, pasión beisbolera? ¿Qué tal, tío? Espero que estés bien. Bien, tío, aquí andamos. Aquí andamos, ¿qué tal? No. Si juego en All-Star tengo que tener mejor equipo. Ayer Brian Gu me la lió, ¿eh? No tengo buen recuerdo, ¿eh? Pasión beisbolera. ¿Cómo te llamas, tío? Así te llamo por tu nombre. ¿Cómo te llamas? Santiago. Encantado, tío. Vale, Red Sox. Yo creo. Freddy Peralta. Freddy Peralta. Me pides mucho de momento, ¿eh? Estamos cerca, pero me pides mucho, ¿eh? Por Freddy Peralta me pides mucho, tío. Es que Austin Riley evidentemente no lo voy a vender, claro. Insisten con Austin Riley, ¿eh? Es lo que insisten, con Austin Riley. Bueno, venga, vamos a... Ya veremos lo que pasa. Venga. Tenemos buenos abridores, o sea que... Cobra... Cobra mucho. Cobra muchísimo de salario. Santiago, muchísimo, ¿eh? Nos pasamos de... Nos pasamos de eso, de salario. Creo que cobra... No sé si son 20 millones, o más. Cobra un montón. A ver, ¿dónde está este que... Está en la MLB, nadie sabe por qué. Los San Diego Padres. En San Diego, entiendo. Que es ese estadio. estadio de San Diego. Bueno, división difícil, pero si estoy jugando en All-Star, necesito algo más. Venga.
Just about ready to go. And on the hill in this one, Michael King. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season that can help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today.
Swing and a miss at a slider.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle 2 strikes.
Out to short. Bogarts with the throw to first. They get the out on Acuna. Now the number 2 hitter, Michael Harris the second. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Merrill sizes this one up, makes the grab, and there's 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's the DH, Marcell Ozuna. Check swing, called strike. Ozuna, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
0-2.
And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Bottom of the first, so digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. Fouled off left side. Next offering is downstairs.
1-1.
Trying to bunt his way on. Picks it up with a bare hand. Not in time. He bunts his way aboard to lead off the frame. Here's Bogarts now. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Bogarts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Off balance feed. There's 1. On to Olsen. That's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Luis Arraez stands in. And first offering is fouled off. That one at the knees for a strike. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. Swing and a ground ball. And he'll be safe at first.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
That one finds the corner, and it's 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Ripped on a line. And Acuna able to make the grab. And that is the... And we're back. And now Matt Olson up to hit. King back to work. And that one fouled off. Right side, Arraez. He steps on the bag, And quickly one away in the second. Here comes Austin Riley. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. Way out front for strike two.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next pitch is outside. Second inning here, no score. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
One down, base is empty. Right side, hard hit. Cronenworth throws on to first. 2 up, 2 down. And now it'll be Christian Yelich. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Kicks and deals. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Ozzie Albies up to the plate.
Qué pequeñito, tío.
That to right. Tatis under it. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. Back here at Petco Park in beautiful San Diego. This place hosted postseason baseball last year, Siggy, and Padre fans hope they'll experience more of the same this year.
Great energy in this ballpark, and a successful Padres team is really good for baseball. They're giving the Dodgers everything they can handle in the NL West. Plus, Petco Park has turned into one of the best postseason experiences in the league.
A lot of good from the Padres a year ago, but the story for them was coming up short in the postseason against the Dodgers. San Diego was 1 win away from hosting the NLCS, but their offense went ice cold at the worst possible time, and it cost them their season.
Well, the fans might not agree, but that was a great series. Every game had a memorable moment, and it delivered amazing television. Sign me up for another postseason that features the Padres and Dodgers going at it.
Now the DH for the Padres, Eggy Rosario. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1. And another ball. That one the other way. Fair ball. Machado around second. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. Runner tags for home. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at-bat. Got the job done.
Luis Campusano, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that misses. Ball 2. 1 run across in the frame so far here on opening day. High fly ball down the left field line. Yelich on the move. Nabs it. Runner tagging from first. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Next offering is in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Rosario coming home. He'll score. It's 2-0. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. That clips the corner. Check swing, called strike.
0-2.
Cronenworth leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Harris has a beat on it. He's there. He's got it. That is the inning. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, C.J. Abrams. This to 3rd. Throws across the diamond. And a quick out, number 1. Here's Sean Murphy. First pitch, not close. 1 out, base is empty. On the ground to 3rd. Machado throws to first in time. And a couple of quick outs. So the batting order turns over. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Grounded out his first time up. And a swing and a miss there. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A solo shot. His first homer of the year. It's 2-1.
Acuna is someone who is always just a swing away from doing something special. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
At the plate, Michael Harris II. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second, and he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
Runner at second, 2 down. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Braves get 1 on the big fly. And it's now back here in San Diego. Here's Xander Bogaerts. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. Sale delivers. On the ground. Abrams. Bogaerts retired.
Oh, but we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with 1 out. So man aboard, 1 down, and it's Tatis at the plate. First pitch misses.
With Tatis at the plate, we're looking at a player that is never going to be considered boring. He's an electric player that manages to make plays most players wouldn't consider trying. And he plays the game his own way. It's a big reason why he's considered such a fan favorite.
He's got it, and there's 2 away. Here comes Manny Machado. Base hit, left center field. Yelich hurries it back in. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with 2 out. Rosario now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. And he's out.
You're out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Well,
Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. And he deals. That one off the mark. Ball one.
you know, these Braves, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
And another ball.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That one misses.
Nope,
so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Here is Austin Riley. 0 for 1 so far. Slap the other way, foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Here's Yelich at the dish. Grounder might be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. And that's 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Connor Joe.
You know, these Padres doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well. Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And another ball.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game. You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And that one off the inside edge. You walked him. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. Now here's Jake Cronenworth.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Campusano, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Right through there for a strike. That one ripped. And that gets down in the corner. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in. And he's there at third with a triple. So the San Diego batting order turns over. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. 1 away with a runner at third here on opening day.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, still 0-2. And ball 1.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there.
Oh, and that deflects off his glove. Down to third, and he gets back safely. And a dangerous hitter coming up to hit in Xander Bogaerts. Gets under it and pops it up. Albies. And it drops in. In comes the runner from third. And it's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Arise stands in here, takes ball 1 low. And another ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one fouled off. 2-2. Still only one out here in the inning. A swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow left field. It's going to fall for a hit. The throw in.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. So bases all loaded up. Here's Manny Machado now. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
You know, Boog, Petco Park seems to be transforming into Machado's castle. I mean, nobody's hit more home runs in this ballpark. And Machado passed Adrian Gonzalez for the top spot on the list in 2023.
Bases loaded. One away. Next one misses. Going to count 1-2. Just missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Got him looking. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Rosario in now. Takes ball one off the plate.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Out to short. Abrams whips it to first. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So they get 3 runs. King back to work. Inside, almost got him. Fly ball center field. Merrill hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Hard hit left side. Bogarts with the throw to first. And there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. So here's Murphy now. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
Outside.
1-1.
Up the middle, and that one handled. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single.
Tough play and a nice backhand stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he had to dig in there a little deeper, like he was trying to get a split finger grip or something.
Oh, that drilled him. The throw is still in time, and they get it out of the play. Bottom of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Connor Joe. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Stepping in, Luis Campusano. He's 0 for 1. Manager out of
now pitching for Atlanta, number 52, Brian Abreu.
He swings and fouls one off.
You know, these Padres doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Double-digit hits, and they've done a great job of avoiding the strikeout. Only one of them so far, which tells you a lot.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. In the air, out towards right center. Acuna on the run. And it gets by him. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Coming home. Throw is offline, and he scores. And the lead is up to 5. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the second baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2. Out there to center. Harris racing after it. Can't get there. It gets down. And now 2 aboard. Now the tag at third, and they got it. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. Fastball is outside. Fastball for a strike. Foul ball. Next pitch is outside. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Cronenworth leads off first with 1 away. That missed by a lot, and it's a full count. And ball 4, 2 aboard. First and second, 1 out. Now Xander Bogaerts gets a chance to hit. That's in for a strike. Ball 1 there. So K marks the at-bat for X. So first and second with 2 outs. Luis arrives, the next up for the Padres. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball.
Oh, he hit him.
That hit him.
And that got him pretty flush. So they're all loaded up. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. 2 outs. In for a strike. And a count 1-1. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 outs, bases full. Manny Machado, the next up for the Padres. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and that is that. Back here at Petco Park, all set for the start of the inning. Now here is Michael Harris II, 1 for 2. Out to short. Bogaerts on the run, sends it over to first. Nicely done for the out. Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Up with it, fires to first. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout. 2 down, base is empty. And next for Atlanta, Matt Olson. Swings and misses. And that's strike 1.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. Here on opening day. And that is out of play. And that one in the air center field. Merrill moving under this one. Makes the catch, inning over. Back now for the bottom of the 6th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Joe Jimenez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one. Next for the Padres, Connor Joe. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. The Padres up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. And that is in for a strike. And a count 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
That one is absolutely belted. Harris on the move. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. In safely with a double, his 2nd of the day. Now a chance for Jake Cronenworth. In for a strike. 0-1.
That's a ball.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Up the middle, and that one finds its way through, and that extends the inning.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, Boog. And
big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
That's
wow.
inside.
Yeah.
Ball.
He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
High fly ball out to left field. Yelich under this one and puts the squeeze on that one. One down. Stepping in for San Diego, Luis Arias. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Jimenez, in his 8th season, he features a slider, a 4-seamer. Olsen to second, double play, and that'll do it for the inning. New inning getting started, and the batter now, Sean Murphy.
Now pitching for the Padres, number 97.
Swings through that one. Activity in the bullpen for San Diego. Yuki Matsui getting ready to go. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Joe sizing this one up. Brings it in. One away. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. He's already homered here in this one. Swings through that one for strike 1.
It's 0-1.
That's way outside. 1-1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Popped up. They got it for out number 2.
That was a good hard fastball.
Ball 4, take the base. You're out.
7-2 your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying So almost ready to get underway on the hill here today. Jacob deGrom. Chris, he is a fun one to watch do his thing out there.
Well, he comes in carrying a career ERA under 3. He's been fantastic ever since he broke into the big leagues. Can't wait to watch him pitch today.
On the ground to third. In plenty of time to first. 1 up, 1 down. David Hamilton up next for the Red Sox.
Always fun watching deGrom go to work on the mound. He's so good, and as a 2-time Cy Young Award winner, he's got the honors to back it up. Won those awards in 2018 and 2019, becoming the first National League pitcher to go back-to-back since Clayton Kershaw.
Left-hand hitter waits. Into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Man aboard, and here is Devers. And that one is downstairs. 1-0. Devers, multi-time All-Star, hitting third in the lineup, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game 1, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. Hard ground ball for a base knock. And the Red Sox score first. It's 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Next offering misses down and away. That one outside. 2-1.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to.
And it's caught for the out.
And he looked a little tentative on that swing, almost like he didn't get pitch recognition and tried to slow his back down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play, have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
This to third. Young tosses the first. That ends the inning.
Hola, en All-Star.
Now the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
And a foul ball.
Play 5.
Next pitch misses, and it's 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And that's outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Now that's smacked to right center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. So next to hit for Texas, Josh Smith. Cut on and lifted in the air. Rafaela coming on, pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
This one in the air, center field. Rafaela makes the grab, and that's the inning. Second inning set to go. Digging in, Wilyer Abreu. And that skips in the dirt. deGrom, a multi-Cy Young Award winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he establishes that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
And that's downstairs and outside. Yeah, Fillmore, kind of, I don't know, you'd say maybe an umpire's umpire, but really consistent, very fair. That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Here's the speedy catcher, Connor Wong. Outside low, and that's ball one. Abreu aboard here at first with nobody out. And another ball. Next offering is fouled back. On the ground right side, over to Seager. Out. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there they made it look pretty easy.
And that's outside, and it's 1-1. Back up the middle and a base hit. So now back to the top of the order. Now batting Jarren Duran. Grounded out his first time. Missed with a changeup, and it's 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. To third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now. So stepping in for Boston, David Hamilton. Just missed. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position here on opening day. And that one is lifted in the air. And that's the third out. Boston. Back in Arlington, we head to the bottom of the second. Stepping in the long ball threat, Jake Berger. Crochet back to work. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and that squirts through. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Here's Josh Young. Pitch misses, and that's ball one.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
To third might be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Here is Marcus Semien. On the ground to third. And that's a fair ball. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And the 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit. Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Young, the lead runner, out at second. Semien over at first with 1 away. Next one is off the plate, and the count is filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Two on, 1 out. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. That one is absolutely belted.
Vamos, Alolis, hostia. Vamos.
His first homer of the year. It's 3-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely
Todo estar,
buzzing right
coño.
now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth.
Usadolis, hostia.
Siggy, I hope you saw it because it didn't stay in the air for long.
No, it didn't, Boog. StatCast telling us 110 miles per hour off the bat, and that's plenty to hit one out if you get enough air under it. As a hitter, you hardly feel the ball when you make contact as solid as he did right there.
Now, Kyle Higashioka. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2. One out, base is empty. Just misses with that one. Next pitch is outside. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Here's Byron Buxton. He was late there. Strike one. Two gone, base is empty, but 3 runs across. Bottom half of inning number 2. And there's a ball.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2 down, nobody on. On a line out towards center. And a base hit. So the lineup flips over. Here's the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. He's 0 for 1. Buxton on the run. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Save. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one clips the outside corner. That's strike 2. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. 3-run shot for Texas this inning. It's now a 3-1 ball game. Your top half of the 3rd inning. Devers now. That one missed.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touching it. Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the 3rd. Casas stands in now and watches strike 1. And strike 2.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Left field. Langford should have this one. Makes the grab. 2 down. Here's Alex Bregman. 0 for 1 so far. And he hits a ground ball right side and foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Just missed.
Outside.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. And that's just foul. Misses.
No.
2-2.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit.
Oh, gets dirty. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Set for the bottom of the third, and now the DH, Josh Smith. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
In the air, out towards left center. Duran pulls it in on the run. Now it's Corey Seager.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a ground ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw is late, and they don't get an out on the play. And now it's Jake Berger to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Seager leads off first with 1 away. In the dirt, but kept close, and the runner holds. Next pitch is outside. Man at first, 1 away. Pitch misses inside. 3-1.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And now the count filled up 3-2.
The count is full.
And a swing and a miss. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
So digging in, Josh Young. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Ripped to short. Whips it to Casas. Out number 3. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
You know, these Red Sox showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
He goes down looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Abreu in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Nope, that's foul.
Base is empty, 1 away here on opening day. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Ball 2.
And that one missing low.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's hard hit on the line. Langford right there to make the grab. 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Connor Wong. And that's in the dirt.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus. But they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
This one in the air, right field. Garcia. And that is that.
Bien.
And we're back. Bottom 4. Now it's Marcus Semien. And first offering is fouled off. Now Marcus, a career high 45 homers in 2021 with the Blue Jays. He parlayed that into a 7-year free agent deal with the Rangers. Next pitch is outside.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Gets a piece and stays alive. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
That one misses. And a full count now. That one misses. So leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Lucas Giolito takes over on the mound.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen.
No, he's in there.
I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Foul ball there. Garcia, a former All-Star, 32 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Strike 2. Action in the pen down there. Brennan Bernardino, the left-hander, up and throwing. Winkowski getting cranked up as well. Dives, and he can't hang on. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Really nice job with 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
First and second, no outs. Next to hit, Kyle Higashioka. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Semien on second. Garcia on at first with nobody out. And that's outside.
2 strikes.
And that one gets past the catcher.
Perfecto.
Both runners move up on the wild pitch.
Intentar ver las bolas y a ver qué
no
pasa.
longer in order.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. 2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out. So this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
And delivers outside. Byron Buxton in the on-deck circle for Texas. Base runners at second and third here. No outs. And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. And now the center fielder, Byron Buxton. Golden opportunity right here. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
No me echará a los tres, ¿no? Con dos bases.
And it's 0-2.
Entiendo. Entiendo que no me echará a los tres, entiendo.
Catcher has it, fires the first. And it beats him for out number 2. That's a strikeout.
Well, they get a big strikeout there, and that was a nice job behind the plate to complete the out at first while keeping those runners at second and third. That could have turned out way worse for the defense.
Now here is Wyatt Langford, and he grounds one to the right side. That ends the frame. Rangers leave a pair, but they still lead it 3-1. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for Boston, Cedar Rafaela. DeGrom back to work. On the ground. The throw to first. One away here in the 5th. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. Just missed.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
2 balls, no strikes to count. And another ball. The Red Sox trailing by 2, and we're at the top of the 5th. And there's the automatic. To third. Young tosses the first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. And stepping in is the speedy David Hamilton. The shortstop takes the ball. There's a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. Garcia going back. Makes the catch.
Vamos, Adolis.
Back at Globe Life Field. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the number 2 hitter, Josh Smith. That one drilled left field. And it stays fair. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, not in time. That's a leadoff double.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. With a pitch away, that's exactly what you want to do with it. Drive it the other way. And right there, just barely able to keep it fair down the line for the double.
Tap foul at the plate. You know, we talk so much about how guys prepare for a start. For Giolito, one of the things that's really cool, he actually uses scouting reports and then plays MLB The Show to execute how he's going to go about attacking hitters. Off the mark there, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
And that's
2 balls,
outside.
2 strikes.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Good job to fight that one off. Stays alive.
No me lo puedo creer, coño. Cojones. Puta basura.
Next up for Texas, Jake Berger. 1 for 2. Outside low. Ball 1. Up the middle. Throw to first in time. Here's the third baseman, Josh Young. 0 for 2 in this one. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Next offering is in for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Zach Jackson.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here. To get
this one's fair down the line and left. And it's going to be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
A little bit low.
1-1.
Yeah, that's fouled off. With the tying run at the plate here on opening day. Takes it in for the out. Throw not in time at second to double him off. Great hustle to get back. And now it's Alex Bregman. Just missed. And that's outside.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Throws to first in time, and they get Bregman for the out. Yoshida up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Marcus Semien. Up the middle, Hamilton. Slings to first, one away, bottom of the 6th. Up next for the Rangers, Adolis Garcia. And he had a big swing of the bat early on in the ball game.
Yep, a 3-run rocket back in the second. Even though it was early, a big homer like that can be tough to come back from when you're on the other end of that thing. I mean, it's tough. Sets up an uphill battle the rest of the way.
Ball. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. So 2 down now, and here is Kyle Higashioka. Outside. Ball 1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Goes down looking. Nothing to it. Back in Arlington, we go to the top of the 7th. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. And a foul ball. And fastball misses outside for a ball. Now 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Swings through it for the K. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
That's outside, and it's 2-1. The Red Sox down by a pair here in the top half of inning number 7. Brings it in, and there's 2 away. And next for the Red Sox, Cedar Rafaela. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1's the count.
And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2.
0-2's the count.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two outs. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And it's a 3-up. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Greg Weisser.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Buxton now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Qué gracia.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. One away on the strikeout. Next to hit, Wyatt Langford. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Renan Bernardino preparing to come on if needed. Winkowski also getting ready. Pitch misses, and the count even 1-1. Chopped out in front of the plate, and that chance handled. Fires to first in time. 2 down, bases empty. And now Josh Smith, 1 for 3. Up the middle, lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and he's out at first. And here's Corey Seager to hit. Rip right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He flexes his power with that swing. His first homer of the year, and they add a couple more. It's 5-1.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Un equipo muy completo parece, la verdad. Tiene superestrellas, pero parece muy completo. Sobre todo defensivamente, ¿no?
Swings through that. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Swings and misses, struck him out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. John Gray.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Ground ball up the middle. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
And the batter now, David Hamilton. Throws it away.
He's safe.
That one outside, and the count now 2-0.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw, and no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. First and second, no outs. Now the third baseman. A very surprising intentional walk here from the dugout. That loads the bases. Casas at the plate now. That's ball one.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle it.
On the ground, 2 ball. On to second, they get one. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer.
Bueno, hemos llenado las bases, pero hemos eliminado dos. Hemos sacrificado una carrera. No está mal. Gracias,
in
peor.
this critical spot, up steps Alex Bregman. And there's a ball.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Yoshida now at the plate. Bottom of the zone and a called strike. Lifted in the air out to left. Langford settles
Muy
under
bien.
this one.
Muy bien.
Squeezes it, and that's the 3rd out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Josh Winkowski.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Young leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over-aggressive. 5 hits for them on the first pitch alone, so they're swinging and connecting right out of the gates.
Marcus Semien, the next to hit. And he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. And now Adolis Garcia. He's already homered in this game. That's towards center. Rafaela under it. Drops into the glove.
Venga,
And that is that.
cerrar
So
esta
the
mierda.
closer summoned from the bullpen, Chris Martin. A chance at his first save of the year. Abreu stands in here, takes ball 1 low. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's the catcher, Connor Wong. Outside low. And that's ball 1. And another ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Buxton pulls it down, 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Martin is just 1 strike away. Battling here as he fouls it away. Headed towards the corner. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Grounder off the pitcher. And they get the out after the ricochet. And that is the ball game.
Well, great start to this 4-game series to get the first one.
Bueno, voy a mejorar el bullpen. Son 4 partidos. 4 partidos. Sí, claro. La piedra, al final la piedra siempre tira al monte. Es la cabra, ¿no? Pero bueno. Yo encantado de que venga. A ver, y Graterol. Graterol, tío. ¿Dónde están los Dodgers? Era. Para adentro. A ver. Pues bueno, creo que ya está. Sí, claro. Si ya caiga Soca te lo doy, pero no te voy a dar a Cory Seeker, ¿estás tonto o qué? Ahí están cerca, ¿eh? Si quitamos al Festa esta... Ahí está, perfecto. Venga, genial. Ya tenemos equipo, yo creo. Ya lo tenemos. Diestro, diestro, zurdo, zurdo, diestro. Vale, perfecto. Carl Raleigh. Venga, perfecto. Lo tenemos. Perfecto. The half on the roster. Ay, Dios. Ya. Gracias. Venga, el último, que he perdido mucho tiempo, y luego ya esta tarde ya veremos.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. It's Major League Baseball on a Friday night. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Texas Rangers.
A lo mejor le acabo la serie ahora, no sé. Ya veremos.
Just about set to go. And
Nathan
on the mound in this
Eovaldi.
one, Nathan Eovaldi. How about a scouting report on him?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4.
¿Cuántos
But this is a
movimientos?
guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Close, but called a ball. And now it's even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
¿Cuántos movimientos? De verdad.
Next pitch is in the dirt. And the count is even 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Righty delivers.
Home run.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Pues nada.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out.
Madre
He
mía.
didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
David Hamilton in the box now. No balls and a strike. One out, bases empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
1 ball.
2 down, nobody on. That just misses,
outside.
and it's 2-1. There's a strike.
Y aquí el hit, ¿no? Aquí viene.
This one in the air. Eovaldi. He's got
Bien,
it.
Eovaldi,
And
bien.
that'll do it. Back here with my pal Singy.
Cutter
Today's starting
Crawford.
pitcher, Cutter Crawford. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, obviously last year was a difficult year for this guy. I mean, you lose that many ball games, and even if you pitched well in some of them, the fact that that loss is hanging on you the day that you took the mound can be hard to shake. But, you know, for guys to get to this level, to be big leaguers, they've had to overcome a lot. And for him, this is just one more thing. Throw away last year, hit the reset button, come out and have a great year this year.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you can get hurt.
Got him. And one away.
Really nice execution of the cut fastball right there. Similar to how you might throw a 2-strike slider, start it middle away, let it break and take over that outside corner of the plate. But sometimes with a cutter, you just don't know how much it'll move. I think he's good. And I think he was also a little lucky right there.
One down, base is empty. And it's fouled away. The 0-2. And ball 1.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
And a 1-2. Outside. And El Bumby is kept in check with the K.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Duran makes the grab on the run. And we're back. Top of the second. Now batting Tristan Casas. And a strike. That's down and in. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on, when you're expecting it to become more consistent. Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Didn't get cheated on that swing and squared it up perfectly. Came off the bat at 111, and when that's the case, the odds are very much in your favor as a hitter.
Just off the outside edge.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
And that'll fall for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out. So now the DH spot, Masataka Yoshida. First pitch just misses.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Makes the grab, and that is a big first out. And stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Pitcher made the
bottom of the second. Now it's going to be Jake Berger. Crawford back to work. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That K is his third of the game. Here is Marcus Semien. And there's a strike. For Marcus Semien, probably the biggest adjustment and improvement he's made has been on defense. Semien made 35 errors as a shortstop in 2015 with the Athletics. And by the time 2021 came around, he won a Gold Glove with the Blue Jays. Abreu makes the play, and a couple of quick outs. Here's the power hitting catcher, Cal Raleigh.
34 jonrón de qué?
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. It falls in, and that's a hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Here's Josh Young. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Liner, base hit.
Josh.
So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And now it's going to be Josh Smith in the dirt, blocked. Hit hard on the ground to short. They take the force out, and that is the on to the third
Una
inning.
pena.
Here's the speedy catcher, Connor Wong.
Una pena.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. That one's in there, and the count 2-1. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. This to center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Throw back in quickly.
Bueno, esta no la salvamos ni de coña.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now here's the Red
Esta
Sox
no
leadoff
la
hitter,
vamos a salvar.
Jarren Duran. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one.
No ball. 1 strike.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they...
Line drive, base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He scores and they have the lead. And it's an RBI single, 1-0. And now David Hamilton just missed.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching.
Makes the grab, 1 away. And here is Devers. Just missed.
Way to lay off that pitch down. Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. We're here in the top half
Vamos.
of number 3. Pulls it down and there's
Vamos.
2 away.
Enorme.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter.
Enorme, Corey.
I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
On the ground, right side.
Buenísima, bueno.
He takes it himself
Hemos
to the
reducido el
bag,
daño
and
bastante,
that'll do it.
la verdad. De lo que puede haber
The
sido.
RBI single pushes across
Teniendo
the
a
run.
Tristón y
It's
a-
now 1-0. Back after.
Y al Devers podía haber sido mucho
Back
peor.
at Globe Life Field as we go to the last of the third. Here's Byron Buxton. And a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Venga, va.
I'm sure he feels really good about that
Byron.
one. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here goes the runner. And that one fouled off. Ball 1 there.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
And now 2-1 after that missed inside. Fouled off. He was late.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Well, that's what he's
Venga,
looking
Wyatt.
for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
Adolis Garcia stepping in for the Rangers. Sharp ground,
Esa es.
through for a base hit. Buxton headed for third. The throw in. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
Venga, Adolis.
Waste no time
Enorme.
there. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance.
To the right side. Nice stop. Throws from his knees. Runs,
Venga,
scores,
bien.
but a terrific play to get the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play. Dives, comes
Una
up
pena, la
with it,
verdad.
and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
Una pena.
That one down the line, and foul ball.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Man at second. Turned on, but foul wide of third. The next pitch misses, and a count 1-2.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's Alex Bregman. Ball one, no strikes. Bregman, 30 years old now, and he's a former All-Star Game MVP. Young. And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man. Here now the Red Sox DH, Masataka Yoshida. And that misses. And it's 1-0. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. On the ground. Into the outfield, base hit. Go ahead run on base. Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. First pitch doesn't find the zone. To the right side. There's one. Double play.
Perfecto, chavales. Me gusta mucho la defensa, tío. Me gusta mucho.
And midway in the fourth, all tied 1-1.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Back in Arlington, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Marcus Semien.
Bien.
And this could be trouble.
Buen golpe.
And that one's going to get in
Vamos.
the corner. And it gets by him. They're still chasing it as he rounds second.
Enorme Marcus.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. He really
Bien,
shot
Marcus.
that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch.
Vamos.
Line drive, and that's a base hit.
Bueno, pues Cal tiene una pinta fresca, Cal. La verdad.
That ball was
Tiene un
blasted,
pintón.
Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, he really got the bat through the zone and did not get cheated.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely smoked. Young swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. One on, nobody out, a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. On the ground to first. One at second. Back to first, double play. 3-6-3, nicely done. Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty.
No puede hacer todo perfecto. Muy bien, Josh, También, la batea fresca, La batea siempre, Josh. La verdad. Está bastante bien, Josh.
That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So next to hit for Texas, Byron Buxton. Swings through that one for strike one.
No ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for
No.
a strike.
He's clearly out there throwing pitches in this situation. First base is open. If he walks him, no big deal.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Muchos hits, pero poca chicha de
So
momento.
one run in the inning on this base hit, and this is now a 2. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Just missed.
You know, these Red Sox doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
On the outside corner for a strike. And the count 1-2. Hard hit left side. Seager fires over to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth. Rafaela takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Outside low. Now 2-0. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. In the air, left field. Makes the catch for the out. And there are 2 outs. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jarren Duran. Fastball for a strike at 95. Next pitch is downstairs.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball.
No.
Line drive.
Vamos.
Makes the play, and that's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now the left fielder, Wyatt Langford. Crawford back to work. Fought off foul.
I'm really impressed with this offense. They haven't been timid at the plate at all. They've been aggressive, and they're keeping the defense on its toes. So far, 6 hits on the first pitch alone. That tells you something.
Tracks it down for the out. And there's 1 down. And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. 1 for 2. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
And you know, it's always interesting to see how teams attack the first pitch. What's their plan of attack going to be? Well, for this offense in this game, they're not waiting around.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Throw to first, out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. Corey Seager now. The Dodgers made him a first-round pick back in 2012.
18th overall that year for Seager, Boog. And Carlos Correa, Byron Buxton, Marcus Stroman, just a few other first-rounders from that class. I'd say pretty solid group.
Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. That one ripped, and that's just foul.
Casi.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Berger, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Red Sox. Josh Winkowski appears to be getting loose. Bernardino warming up as well. And a swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Up and in. Now 1-2.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you could make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning.
Vamos.
Later.
Oh, wow. What a stop. To first.
No.
Inning over.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Si lo hubiera escapado un poquito, tío, estaba hecho ya.
And now the shortstop, David Hamilton. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
That's in there. 0-2.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Fly ball down the line. And out number 1 on the grab. Here's Rafael Devers. 0 for 2 in this one. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. The Red Sox trailing by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th. To the right side, Simeon. To first, and Devers is set down. Tristan Casas up next for the Red Sox. That misses, and that's ball 1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Been painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Next offering is down low, and it's 3-0.
No strike.
There's a strike. Fastball in for a strike. Counts full, 3-2.
Full count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 2 outs. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
This one in the dirt. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul.
Tiene un peligro con este pavo, tío.
Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated.
Qué bien, tío. Muy impresionante la defensa, la verdad.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Josh Winkowski. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. Drilled out towards left center field, way back there. And he makes the catch on the track. Just missed a homer that time. Now the catcher for the Rangers, Cal Raleigh. And first offering is fouled off. That one inside. Look out. Line to left.
Qué barbaridad, tú.
Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second.
Qué barbaridad.
Safe. And that's his 3rd hit.
Man, those are the types of hits where you
Estoy contentísimo con el equipo que he formado, He hecho 2 fichajes solo y estoy la verdad bastante contento. Son 2 piezas muy tochas, la verdad.
He was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
And here is Josh Young. Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one fouled off. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. So now here's the DH, Josh Smith. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Whips it to Casas, and the inning is over. 1 left for Texas. They lead it 2-1. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. Now it's the DH, Masataka Yoshida. Taking over on the mound for the Rangers, Cody Bradford.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And that is out of play.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Makes the grab, 1 down. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. Pitches in there. Strike 1. Bradford, a 6'4" lefty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a slider. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one inside. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
No.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Young makes the grab, and there's 2 away. Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. Outside, and that is ball 1. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
1-1.
Ground ball left side.
Qué bien, Josh, eh.
Young tossed the first,
Qué bien.
and that is the inning. Nothing doing for Boston, and they trail it here 2-1. New pitcher on now, Greg Weisser.
Now pitching for the Red Sox. Number 57, Greg Weisser.
Venga, va.
Well, 1-run game, and now the center fielder.
Está el partido en el alambre, eh.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Ripped to short. 1 up, 1 down.
That's an out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Next up for Texas, Wyatt Langford. 0 for 3 in this one. That one out to right. Abreu on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. That's out number 2. In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. 1 for 3.
El Bombi. El Bombi. A ver si me acuerdo. El
Activity in the
Bombi.
bullpen. Justin
Grande.
Slate, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Hendricks also throwing.
El Bombi.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Up with it, fires to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out. So that welcome back as we have a pinch hitter to lead it off. Rob Refsnyder.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
Ay, joder.
Gets the ball now.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And misses inside.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Pequeñito, ¿no?
That one in for a strike, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Out towards right center field.
El Bombi.
And there's 1 away. Here's the left fielder, Jaron Duran. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a bouncer, but it kicks foul. So now 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Hit on the ground to short. Finds its way through, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Pasa nada, no pasa nada. No pasa nada.
Had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
That's in there.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Line drive.
Fuera.
And it's just foul. That was close. Ground ball
Buenísima.
right side could be two. Off balance feed, there's one. And that's all they'll get.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going
Basta
to
con
be smooth.
girarse.
He delivered a good play right there.
Devers in the box, lays off for ball one.
1-0.
Outside low, and now 2-0.
2-0 to count.
And fouled off. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball three. And that one fouled off.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
And the Rangers manager. The other way, down the line, and it's foul.
Vamos.
In and over. That's a crucial missed opportunity.
Well, this guy competes.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Justin Slayton.
Venga, Cory.
And he grounds one back up the middle. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. And now the first baseman, Jake Berger. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. Movement in the bullpen. Brennan Bernardino, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. They have to regroup here.
Swing and a ground ball in the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Marcus Semien stepping in for the Rangers.
Qué pena, tío.
The 0-1.
1-1.
Berger stands at first with 1 out. Swing and a foul straight back. Throw over to first. Berger back on a dive. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Bueno, este es el último partido. Esta tarde le seguimos dando, que me está gustando el equipo.
Outside low, and that's ball 2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
A ver, Cal Raleigh con 2 envases estaría muy bien, la verdad. Pero de la cagada, tío, que ya es.
And now, Cal Raleigh. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. That's out to center field. Ref Snyder.
Bueno, defendemos una carrera, es un partido de defensa totalmente. Vamos a ver si podemos cerrar el partido.
All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the second baseman, Alex Bregman. out front and foul to the left side. And that's down and away.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Clips the corner. That is strike 2.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed creeping into my mind right now.
Buxton sizing it up, and there's 1 down. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. This one lifted in the air, left field.
Bien.
Pulls it in for the out. And now here is Wilyer Abreu. Just missed. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. Fastball is outside.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still
Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it hops over the wall for an automatic double. So runner at second, 2 down. And here is Connor Wong.
That was loud contact and a no-doubt double off the bat. I didn't know it was going to land in the bullpen, though, and he's really improving his accuracy out there. It's almost like he tried to do it.
Fastball for a strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit.
On the ground to third. Throw to
Vamos.
first in time, and this one is over. The Rangers hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
That looked like the pitcher was getting into a little trouble there, but quickly brought it.
Bueno, chicos, pues esta tarde, bueno, en un rato, seguimos, ¿vale? Venga. Acabamos la serie y ya seguimos jugando lo que sea, ¿vale? Venga, chao.